You think Machiavelli was just about ancient politics? You're wrong. He was writing the playbook for power, for survival, for wealth. Most people stumble through life, wondering why they're always broke, always struggling, always just getting by. They blame the system, they blame luck, they blame everything but the one uncomfortable truth. They're ignoring the fundamental rules of power that the elite have mastered for centuries. This isn't a motivational speech. This is a cold, hard look at reality through the eyes of Niccolo Machiavelli. He didn't write about manifesting abundance. He wrote about commanding it. He wrote about the ruthless strategies that separate the powerful from the powerless, the rich from the perpetually poor. If you've ever felt stuck, if you've wondered why some people keep winning while others keep struggling, this guide is your wake-up call. We're about to break down 10 timeless Machiavellian rules that explain exactly why most people stay broke and how a small elite rise above the rest. These are not feel-good lessons. These are hard truths about appearances, alliances, discipline, and control. Ignore these lessons and you'll remain trapped. Apply them and you'll unlock the mindset and moves of the elite. Are you ready to face the truth? Like this video if you're ready to confront the uncomfortable truth, and subscribe for more powerful content. Machiavelli famously said, "Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand." What does that mean for your wealth? It means your yet perceived value is often more important than your actual value. Most people focus solely on doing good work, hoping their talent will speak for itself. The elite understand that perception is a weapon. They meticulously craft their image, their brand, their narrative. They don't just value, they projected it. Think about it. Two people with similar skills. One is struggling, the other is thriving. Often, the difference is how they present themselves, how they control the story others tell about them. This isn't about being fake, it's about being strategic. It's about understanding that the world operates on narratives, and if you don't control yours, someone else will. If you want to change your life, comment below, "I'll master my narrative." Drop your thoughts in the comments. How has perception helped or hindered you in your journey? Machiavelli distinguished between virtù, your skill, foresight, strength, and fortuna, luck or circumstance. Most people pray for a lucky break, a handout, or a benevolent boss. They put their financial future in the hands of external forces. The elite, they build their own virtù. They become indispensable. They cultivate skills, create systems, and forge their own path, knowing that fortune is fickle and loyalty is rare. Waiting for someone else to save you is a fool's game. Your financial security, your power, your wealth, it all stems from your ability to generate value independently. You cannot control luck, but you can control your competence, your effort, and your resilience. This is the bedrock of true independence. If you want to change your life, comment below. I'll move the world with my power. This means building yourself into an unshakable force. Share this if you agree that self-reliance is the ultimate power. Machiavelli understood that power doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's built on relationships. But not just any relationships. Most people chase friends or likes. The elite forge strategic alliances. They understand that every connection has a purpose, a mutual benefit, a transactional undercurrent. They ask, who benefits me? Who can I benefit in return? They build networks not of casual acquaintances, but of powerful collaborators. This isn't about being cold, it's about being effective. Your network is your net worth, but only if that network is built on substance and mutual advantage, not just sentiment. Understand who holds power, who has resources, and how you can create value for them. Your alliances are your force multipliers. Like this video if you're ready to build a powerful network. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What's the difference between a friend and an ally in your journey to wealth? Machiavelli advised a prince to be prepared for war in times of peace. For you, this translates to relentless discipline. Most people crumble under the weight of instant gratification, impulsive spending, and inconsistent effort. They lack the inner fortress to protect their resources and their goals. The elite, they are disciplined in their finances, their time, their habits, and their learning. They understand that consistent, often unglamorous effort compounds over time. They don't just work hard. They work smartly and consistently. Discipline is not a punishment. It's the ultimate freedom. It frees you from the whims of circumstance and the tyranny of your own impulses. Without it, you're a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly towards poverty. If you want to change your life, comment below. Discipline is my fortress. Share this if you know someone who needs to hear this truth about consistency. Buonus shall nuandique. Establet subsigre. True stairs. So, never cede power or control unnecessarily. This is a core Machiavellian principle. Most people willingly give away control over their time, their money, their decisions, and their narrative. They let others dictate their worth, their schedule, their future. The elite understand that control is paramount. They control their assets, their liabilities, their investments, and their decisions. They don't let external forces or emotional whims dictate their course. This means taking responsibility, owning your mistakes, and actively steering your own ship. It means not being a pawn in someone else's game. It means understanding that true wealth is not just about money, but about the freedom and power to direct your own life. I'll move the world with my power by maintaining absolute control. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What areas of your life do you need to reclaim control over right now? Machiavelli observed that fortune is like a furious river that must be managed. The world is constantly changing. Markets shift, technologies evolve, opportunities appear and disappear. Most people cling to outdated methods, resist new ideas, and lament the good old days. They become dinosaurs, destined for extinction. The elite are masters of adaptation. They are lifelong learners, constantly scanning the horizon for shifts, ready to pivot, innovate, and adjust their strategies. They understand that rigidity is death. They embrace change, not as a threat, but as an opportunity to gain an advantage. Your ability to adapt, to learn new skills, to reinvent yourself, is your ultimate competitive edge in a volatile world. If you want to change your life, comment below. Adapt and conquer. Like this video if you're ready to embrace constant evolution. Machiavelli famously said, "It's better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." In the context of wealth, this translates to decisive, sometimes ruthless, action. Most people are paralyzed by indecision, fear of failure, or sentimentality. They hold on to losing investments, toxic relationships, or failing projects far too long. The elite make hard choices. They cut losses swiftly. They prioritize their objectives over emotional attachments. Ruthlessness isn't about being evil. It's about being effective. It's about having the courage to make the unpopular but necessary decisions that protect your resources and advance your goals. Hesitation is the enemy of progress. You cannot build an empire if you're afraid to break a few eggs. I'll move the world with my power by making decisive strategic choices. Share this if you've learned the hard way that indecision is costly. Machiavelli had a bleak but realistic view of human nature. Men are ungrateful, fickle, false, cowardly, covetous. Most people operate from a naive assumption that everyone is inherently good or has their best interests at heart. This makes them vulnerable to manipulation, betrayal, and exploitation. The elite understand the darker currents of human motivation. They anticipate self-interest, protect themselves from envy, and are not easily swayed by flattery or false promises. This isn't about becoming cynical. It's about being wise. It's about protecting your assets, your time, and your energy from those who would take advantage. Understand that people act in their own perceived best interest and plan accordingly. Never underestimate the power of greed or fear. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What hard lesson have you learned about human nature? Like this video if you're ready to see the world as it is, not as you wish it were. A wise prince thinks of the future, Machiavelli advised. Most people are stuck in the short term, chasing quick bucks, instant gratification and fleeting trends. They build nothing lasting. The elite, however, play the long game. They build systems, structures, and assets that generate sustainable wealth, often for generations. They think beyond their own lifetime, understanding that true power and wealth are not about fleeting profits, but about enduring influence and value. This means investing in education, in robust businesses, in strong relationships, and in solid financial foundations. It means making sacrifices today for massive gains tomorrow. It means understanding that the greatest empires weren't built overnight, but through persistent, strategic, long-term vision. If you want to change your life, comment below. I'm building a legacy. Share this if you're thinking beyond today's paycheck. Machiavelli said, "Fortune is a woman, and if you wish to keep her submissive, you must beat her and maul her." This isn't literal. It's a metaphor for seizing opportunity with boldness and perfect timing. Most people hesitate, overthink, or wait for the perfect moment which never arrives. They watch opportunities pass them by, only to regret their inaction. The elite are decisive and bold when opportunity strikes. They understand that calculated risks are essential. They don't just wait for the tide, they ride the wave, sometimes even creating it. There's a fine line between recklessness and boldness, and the elite know how to walk it. They act swiftly when others deliberate, gaining a decisive advantage. Fortune favors the bold, but only if that boldness is tempered by strategy and timing. Like this video if you're ready to seize your moment. These are not easy truths. They are not feel-good affirmations. They are the brutal, unvarnished realities of power, survival, and wealth that Machiavelli laid bare centuries ago. Most people ignore these lessons, preferring comfort over competence, illusion over reality. And that, my friends, is why they stay broke, stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. But you've just consumed 10 rules that separate the powerful from the powerless, the wealthy from the struggling. The choice is now yours. Will you continue to lament your circumstances, or will you apply these hard-earned lessons? Will you remain a pawn, or will you become a player? Will you stay broke, or will you command your destiny and unlock the mindset of the elite? The path to wealth, power, and lasting success is not paved with good intentions. It's paved with strategic action, ruthless discipline, and an unflinching understanding of the world as it truly is. Apply these principles, and you will see a transformation. Ignore them, and you will remain trapped. The world is waiting for your move. Subscribe for more powerful content that doesn't just motivate, but equips you to win. Your future starts now. What will you do?